Hello, everybody. Welcome. You've probably been seeing me walking around. I'm really nobody. I'm the program director of The Point. My name is Dusty Hayes. We want to thank everybody at Orphan Studios, Krista and John and Bob. They've done a great job. This is a great place for this. So we have a very special event planned today. I don't think you realize how, well, maybe you do. This doesn't happen very often. Tori is going to be doing a number of songs today, and the great thing about it is you get to ask questions. Between each song, Tori's going to field some questions. We'll try to get the mic to you so you can ask them, and I've heard that she will take requests for Tori Amos songs, okay? And we hope to do a few more of these in the future. We're glad you're here, and I hope you listen to the radio tomorrow so you can hear how everything turned out. So we're going to shut up and let the show begin. It's a point encounter with Tori Amos.
So you guys well? Yeah? Okay. Well, okay. So we'll start a song that sort of wants to just kind of show up. This didn't make any of the albums, but it made the live album that's coming out. It's one of my favorites. Well, hey, do you do judo when they surround you? A little mental yoga while they disappear. It's grim but never dubious as a motive's girl. One thing she always promised. It says a shout. Thunder wishes it could be the snow. Wishes it could be as loved as she can be. These gifts are here for her, for you, for me. I watch me be this other thing, and I never know if I'm marooned or where the purple and people go. Then lily white matricide from a vicious words. It doesn't leave a scratch, so therefore no one's hurt. Thunder wishes it could be the snow. Wishes it could be as loved as she can be. These gifts are here for her, for you, for me. Make it clear, just when you escape, you have yourself to fear. A restaurant that I knew has declares breakfast every hour. It could save the world. So do you do judo in your finery? An angel's face is tricky to wear constantly. Thunder wishes it could be snow. Wishes it could be as loved as she can be. These gifts are here for her, for you, for me. been going on? Like, how's it going? Anybody want to ask anything or tell me anything? Yes.
I was wondering if you liked that song so much, how come it didn't make like a regular album?
Well, a strange thing happens when we go into the mastering space, and you have maybe, I don't know, it wheedled down to what you think is the record. And I don't know if the songs get shy. Certain ones just feel like, I want to be a B-side. B-sides are, they're sort of at the level of cult status, and sometimes songs don't want, I think, for Rolling Stone to even have the chance to urinate on them. Do you know what I mean? Urine-free zone songs. Anybody else? Hi. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Carrie.
Hi, Carrie.
I'm sorry. This is so much more beautiful than I thought it would be. I wanted to ask you, with your success and everything, obviously that changes a person. I wanted to know how you felt it changes you, whether the changes were good or bad, like spiritually and artistically, and if those changes come out on your album.
Well, at first I was a bit of a dickhead. And then hopefully you snap out of it. And I was backstage at the Grammys in 1994. And I realized, I thought this was going to be like the coolest party, where all these arty people were, like a really creative scene. And I'm back there going, my accountant's party is more exciting than this. So I had to sort of kind of go, there is a bit of an illusion of what goes on. Like if you cross into that, I don't know what it is, I keep saying this college art school you think it's going to be, because I never got to go to art school. I was kicked out of the conservatory, and I just thought it would be this kind of exchange. And there's some people you meet that you go, God, I really like this person. And I'm drawn to people now for kind of what they're thinking about and what they've developed as a person, than that they have all access area passes to your you know what I mean? Anybody else? And you can bleep that, don't worry, Bernie. Let's see. So this is off the new record, and I rarely do this at the piano because nothing really on the new album is just piano. It's kind of piano meets high heel shoes and lots of knobs. So this is Concertina. Here we go.
Come, I bound
I got a dub on your landscape. Then there's your policy of trancing, the sauce without the blame. A concertina, concertina, chill their bends. This I swear, you're the fiercest. Call my Benny, concertina, concertina, try infrared. This I swear, you're the fiercest. Come, I bow. Too far, too far, too far. It could all get away too cheap for me. I got a fever above my waist. You gotta squeeze back on your knee. I know the truth lies in between the first and the 40th drink. A concertina, concertina, chill the bends. This I swear, you're the fiercest. Call my Benny, concertina, concertina, try infrared. This I swear, you're the fiercest. Come, I bow. Cloudy sand.
Hey, what's up? This is Dino. You're in the middle of a point encounter with Tori Amos on the new sound of 104.1 The Point.
So, yeah, you with your hand. Hi. So, what's your name?
I'm Noah.
Hi, Noah.
I saw you last night, actually. Very, very good. First off, I was hoping that at some point I get to actually talk to you. I brought you a big old bottle of wine that I thought you would enjoy. But I was wondering what's going on with Rain, how things are going with that. If you have any plans to do any tours for that later on after you do your solo tour, or what's going to happen with that?
Well, right now, the good news and the bad news is there are a lot of calls coming in. That's the bad news. The good news is that it exists. Rain is there. It's kind of shocking that as we get closer to what we think is maybe the next step to light speed, that emotionally, whatever computers can do, for me, the horrifying thought is that we get so many letters and calls from a lot of young women, but some young men that are violated by a friend of the family, a perpetrator that has access in, stepfather, stepmother sometimes. Sometimes the mothers don't want to look, don't want to hear. And that as we are able to talk to each other from here to bloody New Zealand in seconds, we still can't seem to work this one out as a group of people. So that's kind of what's going on. Somebody else? Hi.
I was just going to ask, with the tour being sponsored by mp3.com and everything, did you have a hard time, did you have to convince people to accept that, at Atlantic, because they're not very amenable to the internet as distribution sort of thing? Did they have a hard time with it, or?
Sometimes Atlantic has a hard time with things that I choose to do, but then they don't have a hard time anymore. And I think that does that clear it up? Yeah. There's a place as an artist where you just make your choices, and what are they going to do, fire me? You make decisions based on this is right for certain reasons. And I think record companies are nervous about the net because in a good way, it wakes them up a little bit. They get a little lethargic and think they're above the law. So does radio. And I think that's why other mediums are important. And MP3 is not, a pure virgin. It's not like that is a perfect place without its own problems. It's not like there is a incredible integrity like we've never seen happening on the internet. These questions get brought up too with each medium, but I do think that sometimes you need a different medium just to shake things up a bit. And then something will shake MP3 up in another few months or a year, and I think that is exciting. That's how things don't stay stagnant for too long. I'm going to do another song. Funny thing happened after I got married, and I don't talk about that much. But I started to realize the song is called Lust, and that lust can kind of happen when you really have trust. And I didn't get that before I got married, so here we go.
Gender nectar sifting through the grain of gold, tripping at your door. Is there you, alpha in her blood? And when the woman lies, you don't believe her. Rolling and unrolling, coiling, emerging, running free, running through the underworld into your room. Is he real or a ghost lie? And she feels she isn't hurt. Unaware, tears and rages, till her voice is all remembered, and the secrets can be told. Gender nectar, crystalling from the vine. You know you'll drink her, rolling and unrolling, crying, emerging, running free, running through the afterworld into your room. So she prays for a prankster and lost in the marriage bed, and he waits till she can give, and he waits until waits.
Hi. Somebody? Hi.
Amy.
Hi, Amy.
It kind of goes along with the rain question. I know that Steve Madden designed a pair of shoes for you.
Yes, he
and
did.
that you love shoes. How and a certain percentage of the proceeds goes towards rain.
Correct.
How did that come about, and what is your favorite pair of shoes?
Well, Steve felt like a lot of people that come and buy his shoes have gone through something, some kind of traumatic experience in some way relating to sexual abuse. And he has his reasons for supporting Rain. And he was incredibly respectful, and he's been there for a couple years actually helping Rain out quietly. So he wanted to, I think, give something back to a lot of the people that come to his stores. So he came up with this shoe. I call it the Rain shoe. He calls it my shoe because he's funny. But anyway, I call it the Rain shoe, and he's a wonderful person. Somebody else?
I was wondering if you've ever had producers try to change your music and how you dealt with that, if they did.
Yeah. Well, there are a couple things that you do. I think you learn over the years how to trust your instincts. And you don't really develop that until it's put to the test. And see, sometimes producers are changing the music because they've got a record company to answer to. And the cruel, hard truth is, if a producer doesn't deliver and pieces don't sell under his or her name, then they don't produce anymore. There is artists have to wake up from euphoria for 10 seconds, because as much as I'm true to what I do, the reason I get away with what I get away with is because I don't owe Atlantic Records any money. And I know people don't like to talk about it, but for all those musicians out there, it can be incredibly frustrating when people's fear is greater than their faith. And usually they're trying to chase it. And sometimes you get people who trust, they really trust that if there's power in the music, that it will affect people. But you can kind of think you're passionate about what you're doing, and when you've got maybe 10 people against you, you have to, that's when you're put to the test. And it's not great if you're wrong. So you have to really, I think, spend time with the music and drive in your truck. And it's always good to keep a pair of scissors in your back pocket. Okay, I'll play another song. This was inspired actually by somebody who kind of blew me away at their depth of love for another person. And this is called 1,000 Oceans.
These tears I've cried 1,000 oceans. And if it seems I'm floating in the darkness, well, I can't believe that I will keep you from flying, and I will cry 1,000 more if that's what it takes to sail you home, sail you home, sail you home. I'm aware what the rules are, but you know that I will run. You know that I will follow you over Silbury Hill, through the solar field. You know that I will follow you will. You still remember playing at trains under they sleigh. Little blue ball just fade away over Silbury Hill, through the solar field. You know that I will follow you. I'm aware where the roads are, but you know that I will run. You know that I will follow you. These tears I've cried 1,000 oceans. And it seems I'm floating in the darkness. Well, I can't believe that I will keep you from flying. So I will cry 1,000 more. That's what it takes to sail you home, sail you home, sail you home, sail you home.